All right, live at 6:45, Super Geek the podcast. Jesse Day and Neil Green. I don't know how to get the names come back on. There we go. Cool.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
up and
how's it
running.
going? Yeah. We haven't had Neil on before, which is cool. Do you want to go by Neil or do you want to go by Delson? I want to give you your preferred.
Delson is where everyone's going to know me from. So,
Cool. All right. Well, we'll do Delson here. Anyways, I want to do quick news real quick. James Gunn just announced he said it's not a sequel, but it is also the second Superman film, Man of Tomorrow, and then released that photo, which I'm pretty excited about. Not really sure. It looks like they're working together, kind of. So they're besties, but they're also not. They're frenemies, I guess is the right technical term for that.
which would be an interesting way to go about it, considering how the last one ended.
Yeah, it would be very interesting. From what I understand, Peacemaker 2 is supposed to flow into Man of Tomorrow, so should be interesting. Yeah, I'm excited about it either way, one way or the other.
I'll watch it anyway.
Yeah, Peacemaker's a fun watch. And then I've been watching Alien Earth as well. That's been I told Brandon on here last week that I wasn't too crazy about Alien Earth. I don't know if you've seen any of it at all yet.
I watched like 2 episodes and I was bored, so I took it off.
It was boring, right? Like the first couple episodes were kind of like, I don't know.
Like they had that scene with the alien on the ship, and I was like, okay, now we're getting somewhere, and then it just dropped off, and I was like, okay, I don't care anymore.
It was like this twisted Peter Pan, Neverland's Lost Boys sort of thing, and
It felt like it was trying to be an alien version of the 100, and I just didn't like it.
That's fair. Yeah, no, the last couple episodes have been kind of interesting because I wasn't doing anything yesterday. I was like, I'll catch up and see what's, why people are saying it's good. It definitely has the horror effect because I saw a comment say that you shouldn't watch it if you're eating dinner or something like the last couple episodes. I was like, okay, but they keep saying that they hyped up Conjuring the Last Rites too. So, but I heard that wasn't like really that scary.
I'm desensitized now. After seeing all the Terrifier movies, nothing scares me.
That's a fair comment. That's a fair comment. I even wonder if Terrifier was the right name for those movies because they're just so brutal. Like it doesn't quite justify, the I don't know, the title doesn't the end doesn't justify the means for that whole
Yeah, it's
thing.
just like, should we be terrified of the actors? It feels like, because how did you get to that dark of a place to come up with these?
Exactly. But yeah, so that'll be interesting. Other than that, I'm excited for what James Gunn is going to do with the DC universe. It's going to be interesting for sure.
Yeah, I'm just hoping the whole universe doesn't feel like Guardians of the Galaxy, because you definitely got that vibe off of the Superman movie, but it just fit. It fit a little
Mhm.
bit better, but it still kind of had that vibe. I just hope it doesn't keep doing that. Like when he does Batman, I hope he
Right.
doesn't do it that way. I want it to stay as serious, like at least like the last Batman movie was.
Yeah, I honestly, he said he doesn't want to do a campy. He's not interested in a campy Batman. So which, you know, I I do agree with, but I think that they should they should slowly introduce Batman and like not show his face at all. Like whoever it is they've casted, like I don't even want to know who they casted. Like I would rather him just come in and like very slowly, just kind of like be this weird, like you kind of see like a shadow or you see him like you barely see a glimpse of him and then he just kind of like zips away or something like that. Um
Well, I mean, and Man of Steel would have been a perfect time to kind of introduce him. Like if they had him casted already, like throw like a small cameo in there. You don't actually see his face. They never released anything. and it's just a guy. Even if it was just like a stunt double of who they wanted to be Batman, would have been
Mhm.
perfect. Then people would have been like, "Oh, it looks like this," but it's not that him because it's not because it looks like him, but it's not him. It would have been perfect. It would have started a lot of buzz.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, so but you would have had and you have so many geeks out here that are, like, trying to trace they're like, "Okay, he had this many lines of muscles contoured on his
Right.
side, so it must be this actor," and I'm like, "It's not
Right.
that serious."
It really isn't. Gosh, how close
Um,
do you have to get to even see that?
yeah, so they definitely there are a lot of people that take it way too serious and they're like way too trying to get way too ahead of it. Then someone asked James Gunn in an interview if or he was answering questions or something like that to the internet and they're like if is Scooby-Doo like his because he did the first two Scooby-Doo movies, they said is
It did.
Scooby-Doo in this universe? He was like, I'm not gonna say no to that necessarily. He's like, I would
Oh, I would
like to
love
do
it.
that at some point. I'm
I
like,
mean, they
okay.
did have Scooby Doo and Batman crossovers, just saying.
Yeah, so, it's a possibility, and I mean, even Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, there is some connection there for sure.
Okay,
Um,
so definitely probably a hot take, but I
mm,
definitely enjoyed the TMNTs that they did with Megan Fox. I enjoyed those movies. I don't know why.
really?
I don't know why. They
Yeah,
weren't that great, but it's just like a stupid movie that I just for some reason enjoy.
yeah, no, it's, I don't know. I feel like it's an acquired taste at this point.
Hmm. Hey, but it would be a good way to get Stephen Amell back in the DC universe.
Stephen Amell.
He was Casey.
Hmm. Now that you mentioned Stephen Amell, I'm Grant Gustin did comment on James Gunn post of Man of Tomorrow.
Hmm.
So don't give me hope. Don't give me false hope.
Slowly bringing in all of the DCU back. Plot twist: Oliver Queen is actually Casey Rhodes. Wait, is that his last name? Rhodes?
Yeah, I mean you're in the multiverse at that point, but I don't know. I'm on the train that if they bring in Grant Gustin back, they'll do Jay Garrick. I just have a feeling like I don't know if James Gunn is going to go for like casting the same roles again. Um
Yeah.
So we'll see, but it kind of excited me a little bit because all these other actors in the DCU were commenting, and then Grant Gustin's like, he just put 2 exclamation points. It wasn't anything serious,
It's
but it is serious.
like, is that a
Oh,
hint? Don't tease us. Is that a hint?
right. It's like it is not serious, but it is very serious. So hopefully that does work out.
I
Um,
mean, I'm curious to see where it goes. Honestly, at this point, even with a lot of the some of the Marvel people coming over too, so who
true.
knows?
That is true. Well, James Gunn does know a lot of Marvel actors at this point that he's worked with pretty much all of them.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And that's why I'm just like, what if we just saw Chris Pratt randomly pop up?
I know Chris Pratt's gonna be in the DCU. The speculation is that he will be Booster Gold, which I could see
Okay,
it. I mean,
I
I could
can.
see it. It's I could see it. I mean, he is kind of really good at playing that campy type of character. So,
Oh, we've also seen him play pretty serious too, so I don't know.
oh yeah, very very big possibility. But yeah, so I wanted to get I wanted to get onto this actually. DC Comics posted this for their DC K.O.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure. So we would have to work through this, right? So this
Oh
could
yeah.
take a minute. This could take a minute. I'm gonna get through it as fast as possible. The top left here, you have Superman and uh, guy. Is it Giganta or Giganta? I think it's
I think it's
Giganta.
I think it's
Yeah,
gigantic. That makes sense.
yeah. So you have Giganta, right? So I feel like it's Superman. I don't think that's really a tough
I
thinker.
mean, Gigantha, what is she, just big?
Basically, yeah. So which is most
I'll
of
say, do we
his
need to
like
look up her power set? Because I feel like by her name, she just gets big.
that's most of Superman's enemies though is just really big. So I feel like he could take it. Like to me, that's just that you saw even the Superman movie. He took care of the kaiju and just casually
Right.
saved everybody at the same time. So I don't
He'll
think that
be
would be a
fine.
problem for him.
Right.
Um, who else are we looking at here? So I would say Superman advances.
Yeah.
Uh, Captain Atom and Power Girl. That's an interesting.
Mm. I want to say Power Girl, but
Mm,
the only problem is I keep thinking of, like, when I think of Captain Atom, I keep thinking of um the one that played him in Arrow, and I'm just like,
hmm
he wasn't that great. He wasn't.
No, Captain Atom. Are you talking about Ray Palmer?
Yeah, I was like, I feel like that's not right.
No, that's not. That's not the
That's
same.
just,
I don't think that's the same character.
I don't think so either. Then who is he?
No, you're thinking about. You're thinking about.
The
You're,
Atom?
yeah, the Atom. Sorry, Captain
I,
Atom. The Atom. The
I
Atom
need to
just
actually figure.
shrinks. He's basically Ant Man's equivalent. Um,
Mm,
but yeah, I feel like I would want to say Power Girl. Captain Atom is just oh, let me combine some hydrogen and and eons. He's not like I don't feel like he really has much pull there. So
I don't think so either.
I'm gonna say Power Girl only because I know Superman would wipe Captain Atom. So
Oh, for
um
sure.
in that perspective, I would say Power Girl advances. Um
Right.
Guy Gardner and Firestorm would be interesting. Guy Gardner is a Green Lantern, and he is technically the most strong-willed Green Lantern in the whole Corps. So Guy
I feel
Gardner
like
and
that was not even
Firestorm.
really a fight. I feel like Garner wins. Like, there's no. I feel like there's no way
Okay,
Firestorm can win, because I mean, at that point, if he just puts you in a ball and you suffocate, you're done. And for
that's
fire,
true.
you suffocate and die.
That's a good point. Okay, we'll keep it simple. Guy Gardner advances. Uh, Jay Garrick and Cheetah.
So that's not a fight.
That's easily Garrick because he's still faster than a cheetah.
Oh yeah,
So
I was like, that's not even a fight.
yeah,
Like,
no,
that was not even a fair choice.
I would definitely, I would go with Jay.
Oh, for sure.
Um, let's see who else here. Jay advances, Aquaman and King Shark. They're both, at least they're both aquatic.
Yeah,
I would have to say, I would have to say Aquaman advances. Okay, Aquaman technically talks to fish, and isn't King Shark technically an
yeah,
aquatic animal?
exactly. So
He's by
he would
definition a
know.
fish. So couldn't
Yeah,
you
so
just
he would
tell
just
him?
know exactly. He just, like, knows exactly what he's talking about. So it doesn't matter. Like, you'll just hear King Shark is a shark, and he's like, I know,
King
bro. It's
Shark is a
crazy.
shark. Yeah. No, that would I would say, yeah, Aquaman
Like,
advances.
for sure.
Maybe this is a core love for just the main 7, but uh Connor Hawk and
Right.
Hawkman, I would say Hawkman.
I would say I don't know enough about Connor Hawk, to be
Yeah, I
honest.
mean, it's just one of those like you definitely Hawkman has more power and more experience, so I would say Hawkman. Lex Luthor,
Mm.
Black Lightning. Hmm.
Hmm. Okay, so my thought is that, see, the only thing is Lex Luthor would have to make something to counteract Black Lightning's lightning ability,
Right.
but then on top of that, then you're just going off brute strength, and then depending on what Lex Luthor is in, he can just overpower that.
I feel like Lex would win. Yeah. I mean, just his brain power overall. I mean, He's too smart.
Because don't get me wrong, actually, I enjoy Black Lightning as a
Mhm.
character. I just don't think he would go up against Lex, someone that can create something that was strong enough, even his suit strong enough to rival Superman.
That's fair. Yeah, that's a good point. If he can rival Superman, then he could probably take Black Lightning.
Right.
Um, who we have? The Demon, Etrigan, and Supergirl.
Hmm.
Supergirl's technically stronger than Superman, so
So the demon would stand no chance at that point.
I mean, Etrigan's basically
Then
like an evil
again,
Shazam, right? Essentially,
right.
I think Supergirl
But
advances.
then when I think about it, though, yeah, well, Supergirl, I feel like wins because when you think about it, the demon actually lost against Wonder Woman in Apocalypse War.
Right. Okay,
Even a robotic version of her on top of that. So you could argue Wonder Woman was stronger in that moment.
that's fair. Okay, so we'll advance Supergirl.
Okay, do we want to go to the other side or keep fighting until we get all the
I
way
say
down
I
and then
say we
move
keep
over?
going down on the left side because I don't want to make any choices on the right side just off of assumption from the left side, if that makes sense.
Okay,
Uh, so who wins from here? Superman and Power Girl.
my girl.
Power Girl's just a clone of Supergirl, and I don't think she's as strong as Supergirl.
But if Supergirl's already supposed to be stronger than Superman, then would that just make them even? Depends on how less strong she is.
I don't think she is as strong. Well, that's a good point. Superman.
But then again, that's still. But then I feel like that would be down to experience at that point. So
Mhm.
then that would just mean Superman would move forward just based off of
I mean, if we're
experience.
going, like, off of canon, then sure, I would say Superman would beat Power Girl. I have a feeling he's gonna advance anyways. I'll 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 advance
Okay.
Superman only because canonically he is stronger. I mean, they have the same
Okay.
powers, but I would just say canonically he's stronger.
Yeah.
So, uh,
I would just say the experience of being able to use his powers would be better.
right, right. Experience, yeah, that's a good point. Who's over here? Guy Gardner and Jay Garrick. That's an interesting flash up. Um,
That would be interesting. It's kind of funny. Those are the two that get along the most. That would be interesting because it's like it really depends on how fat compared to speed. It would be more of Guy Gardner's ability to react to it, and if he can't, it's already game over at that
hmm,
point.
okay. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Mm,
Jay Garrick is old.
Jerry Garrick is old, so I'm sure his speed definitely takes an impact because of that.
Yeah, I don't know. I would almost advance Guy Gardner just for sheer will.
But Will only matters if he can generate anything from the ring fast enough
That's
to
true.
catch Guy Gardner.
That is true. Okay, your
Hmm.
choice. I've been advancing this whole time.
Whatever. Uh, I would say Jay Garrick would win this
Okay, Jay Garrick. We'll go with Jay Garrick.
because I mean, also think about it. Like, yes, he has a stronger will, but also we've seen multiple times when Lantern's creations break,
Mm,
and I feel like with enough force, Jay Garrick would still be able to break through the fences of Guy Gardner.
right. That's fair.
All right, so now we got well, who do we even choose for? We said Aquaman and Hawkman, right?
It was Aquaman and Hawkman. Yep.
Complete opposites.
Hmm.
Well, when you put them, well, the thing is now at this point, if we're playing them on level playing field, one wouldn't be in the sky and the other one can't be in the ocean.
That's a good point. One of these is not like the other.
Well, it's right. Well, this is the thing though. If you're not near water, Aquaman can't really do anything. But if you're not near water, there's always going to be sky.
True. Dang.
So part of me puts Hawkman ahead of him.
Yeah,
And doesn't he have an electric? Doesn't he have an electric mace just like Hawkgirl does?
I'm pretty sure. I guess it depends on which line, but
Oh,
yeah, I'm pretty sure. I would say Hawkman. I would say Hawkman advances.
yeah, because at that point it's like electricity versus water. You lose.
Yeah, he can't. Aquaman can't control the birds in the air, so that makes a lot
Right.
of sense there. Who else? So that would be Hawkman advances there, and then underneath we have Lex and
Mhm.
Supergirl, which is very interesting
Girl.
because Lex is the one that created Power Girl. So,
Greatest. Right.
um,
Well, he created Power Girl knowing he can't beat her. He couldn't
mm,
beat Superman or get Supergirl on his side. So that I feel like that's pretty much in a weird. Even though he's not like it's not a fight you would see, but it's like that's a forfeit on his end already.
well, honestly,
Like you
if you look at the
created.
whole premise of the Superman movie, it's basically, from one perspective, it's basically Superman trying to get Supergirl's dog back before she kills Lex because she's like drunk and crazy. So, I could definitely see her winning in that aspect.
Oh, for sure. Just give Lex her dog and see what happens.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, I don't think Lex wants that dog back. Not after the last time.
Yeah.
Didn't
No,
end
that
well.
that's true. Okay. Dang, man. I would say
So
Supergirl.
I still say Supergirl. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
So we have from the top down again, Superman and Guy Gardner, and
Garner.
then
Yeah,
from the bottom, Hawkman and Supergirl.
man, Supergirl. Okay,
Hmm.
so I feel like this. We all know how this is gonna end. We know is this gonna be Supergirl versus Superman.
It has to be, honestly, like, when you look at, what was that movie, Superman the Apocalypse, where, Supergirl just, uh she became, like, a slave of Darkseid, but then she kinda, like, whooped his butt after the fact. Um,
Wait, did that? Wait,
was
did
that
that happen?
Apocalypse?
That wasn't
Yeah,
Supergirl.
she became a slave.
No, she didn't.
Yeah. You
No,
okay. From Apocalypse Superman Apocalypse?
Superman Apocalypse. Sorry, I'm thinking of Apocalypse War. So sorry.
Apocalypse War?
Yeah, that's what I keep thinking about.
Superman,
That's not
Batman,
it.
Apocalypse, yeah. Wait, which one were you thinking about?
Apocalypse War, like the Justice
Oh,
League
Dark
Dark.
Apocalypse War. Okay, okay, gotcha. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I didn't
Yeah,
specify which apocalypse. There's been a lot of
I was to say there's been a lot of apocalypses.
Apocalypse. Yeah, so Superman, Batman, Apocalypse. Yeah, so
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse. Uh Superman and so you think it would come down Superman and Supergirl.
Apocalypse.
So you think
Yeah,
Superman
so let's go ahead
and
and say.
Guy Gardner, excuse me. So Superman best Guy Gardner.
Well, at that point, Gardner's already has. At that point, it just has speed, and we've already seen Superman be as fast as Flash.
True.
So
Okay, that's fair. And then Supergirl and Hawkman, I don't feel like is even a battle really.
I think it would be interesting. It would be quick, but it would be
Mhm.
interesting.
No, for sure.
'Cause there's no way you can flap them wings faster than
Yeah,
her
that's true.
her flying. So
Yeah,
like like shooting down a pigeon.
dang, yeah, So yeah, Superman, Supergirl. That's a hard one. I don't.
That's really where it's at. Because you also have to think too, like you know how they say like she's still technically at her peak while Superman is still aging.
Right.
So so honestly, in a weird way, I would probably say Supergirl might win that.
Canonically, Superman, like Supergirl, always is the one that dies. Like if you meet up through like the crisis timeline, technically she's the one that dies.
Mm. But I think that's just immaturity, though.
Hmm. Dang.
She's not tactical; she's brute force. Superman is way more tactical, but due to him aging, I don't think he's going to be as strong as her.
Depends on how much yellow sun they've soaked up. If we're talking about the
But if they're
week
going to be
and not like if they're red sun, then yeah, I think Superman because he has more experience.
right,
She's just a teenager. She hasn't really fought as much.
she has it, but
She's kind of crazy.
I think she would definitely have give her like an emotional buff. She would 100% win, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair. She needs a reason to win, is what you're saying.
Right.
Uh, okay, let's hold on to that one before. Let's hold on to that one because it really depends on this other side here, in my opinion.
Should we pull in ChatGPT
Probably,
and see what
honestly.
happens? I'm actually very curious what ChatGPT has to
Well,
say
maybe we
about
could
this.
get down to the bottom first. And then you know what? I could give
Okay.
ChatGPT this image and just say, "Hey, fill this in based on comic and movie history."
Oh God, put in Gemini. Gemini will actually search the
That
web
would be
for you.
crazy. Yeah, so let's go from the right side real quick. Wonder Woman and Starro.
That's interesting. That's such a
It is
weird
weird.
combination to
Like,
put
okay,
together.
Starro is technically Justice League, well, like the old Justice League villain. It
Hmm.
was like the first Justice League villain in the comics in the 70s, but is he strong enough? I mean, I don't really think it's about strength as much as it is like just her. She's a warrior, so she's a survivor. So I feel like
Right.
she's gonna find a way.
I mean, as long as she doesn't get one of them, she doesn't become like a minion to him beforehand.
Yeah, no, she's definitely gonna find a way for sure. I feel like
R-
I don't know that's my personal opinion. Could be wrong. I think
I just keep thinking because I'm like, if we go off of like, if she gets becomes a slave to him, I don't think we've ever seen Wonder Woman really get out of her own like mental, like if she gets like hypnotized or controlled or something, we've never really seen her come out of it on her own.
true. So some
So if
naivete in
she
there.
does, so if she gets caught by that, it's over.
Mm, that's fair. Dang, is Starro
Right?
powerful
Okay.
enough?
I don't know enough about Starro to think about
I
that.
mean,
I
you've
don't
seen the
know.
Suicide Squad or the second one,
That's, yeah, and that's about as much as I know about
but
Starro.
they're not exactly super powered heroes necessarily.
No, just Polka Dot Man, and
Mm,
he dies very quickly
poor
in
polka
that
dot
fight.
man. Um, okay. Dang. Yeah, I'm gonna
Definitely
pass
talk.
it to Starro just based on naivete as like a
I just think Starro, if she can, well, it can get if it gets Wonder Woman in like a that hypnotization thing, then if that's a word,
yeah,
um, then she's done because she has no way of getting out of that. At least not that
that's
we've
fair.
seen.
Okay, we'll go Starro then. Screw it. Let's go Starro.
Wow, that was one I didn't expect to go
Yeah,
with.
I'm trying to get some. I didn't give enough leniency with Superman, but um,
No.
Starro and Lobo and Plastic
Okay, so
Man.
Lobo and Plastic Man.
I would say Lobo.
Oh, 100. I would say
Yeah,
Lobo as well.
Lobo, since he goes toe to toe with Supergirl and Superman. So why would yeah? Um,
Right.
I would say Lobo, and then Swamp Thing and Vixen. That's interesting.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, that's. I partly want to say Swamp Thing to this
Okay.
one. And the only reason, well, not the only reason. So Vixen has the ability of other
Right.
animals. Cool, but it doesn't change her body like that either. And but Swamp Thing has the ability to constantly rebuild his body and everything. Like honestly, as long as Green exists, he exists.
Right.
So I like there's no real way to actually beat him in this for Vixen in that
Okay.
scenario.
That's fair. We'll pass on Swamp Thing. I'll say
Okay.
Swamp Thing, Cyborg, and Batwoman.
Or
Cyborg.
I'm about to say, is this a fight?
Yeah, why would Batwoman even win?
Stand a
That's
chance.
kind of crazy. Um, we'll go. We'll go. Yeah, We'll go Cyborg. Um, Batman and Star Sapphire. I'll say Batman because he has a contingency already.
He does have a contingency for her
Pretty
already.
sure. Um, Red Hood and Damian Wayne. Here
Oh,
you
they're
go.
wrong for that. Oh, they're wrong for that. Oh God. Okay. All right. All right. All right. This one's actually going to be pretty hard.
It'd be interesting.
At least. So, Damian Wayne, League of Assassins. Cool. But also, Red Hood was brought back by the Lazarus Pit on top of, I don't know if he did any training before actually going back to, before becoming the Red Hood.
Yeah, I don't.
So,
I don't know. My money's kind of on Damien, to be honest with you.
and I would agree with that. And that's the thing. I was kind of thinking the same thing. I'm just kind of like also, because we can't even really go off of experience at that point because literally Damian Wayne had the training from the League of Assassins to then grow up to be the head of the League of Assassins. Well, at least in Apocalypse
Right.
War.
I still would say Damien.
We I would agree. I think Damien.
Who's this? Zatanna and Barda.
I know nothing about
Yeah,
Barda,
well,
so I
she
can't
was
give
in
any
the
opinion on that.
obviously Crisis, and then the Superman Batman Apocalypse movie. She lives on the Apocalypse world and basically trains for Granny Goodness for like other warriors.
You can't tell me anybody with Granny Goodness is going to win against
Yeah,
Satana.
no, I'm pretty sure Satana has that in the bag. Pretty sure. So
Right. Who's basically on level with Constantine.
yes,
So
right.
who is not on this list, by the way, I just noticed.
Quite a few people, I guess. I haven't seen Martian Manhunter, so
Which is also strange.
what is this? Harley Quinn and Metamorpho.
Nor
I would say
mm,
Metamorpho. I mean, he's a super technically, and she's just human.
yeah, and she's just crazy.
That's mine anyways. Metamorpho. Who's this at the top? Starro and
I mean, on top of that, and so is Arrow, and Arrow went against Metas.
I mean, true, but it's Harley Quinn.
Who's not very tactical. She's just crazy.
Right.
Well, no, she's tactical to an
To an
extent.
extent when it's in her favor.
Right.
Dang, Starro
And I mean, we've also seen Metamorpho really like lose part of his
Right.
body. Like he was
He's pretty
so
powerful, dude.
I would yeah, I would actually put Metamorpho there.
Yep. Metamorpho. So Starro and Lobo. I feel like Starro would beat Lobo. Am I crazy for thinking that way?
I don't know. I feel like Lobo would definitely more shoot than like Wonder Woman is definitely like she's always constantly like she's evaluating a situation, so that's what I think would be her downfall against Starro. Would but that would also be what Lobo has above her. That he sees that thing coming at him, he's shooting. It doesn't matter.
Hmm.
Like he's not trying to figure it out. He's going to try and take it down before
Yeah,
anything
that's
else.
fair. Okay.
So I think Lobo would actually win that.
Lobo. We'll advance Lobo. But you said Swamp Thing last time, right? Swamp Thing
I'm
and
thinking
Cyborg.
Cyborg. Yeah.
I personally like Cyborg, so I'm gonna say Cyborg, just out of sheer
I'm
fanfulness.
I I still say Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing would
Okay,
immediately figure like it takes a sprout, it takes a seed to just get inside of
that's a
Cyborg's
good point.
mechanisms and he's done.
That's a good point. So yeah, we can advance Swamp Thing. Um,
So now Batman and Damian.
dang. They did that. They knew what they were doing, setting that up.
I know. I was like, they knew. That's why I was like, oh, they're wrong for that because it would have been Damian and Red Hood.
Man, it has to be Batman, right?
I don't know actually,
Like technically,
and the only reason I would say it's probably because I mean they're Batman, yes, but also but Damian is the son of Batman. On top of not Lady Shiva. Who's his mother? Agul.
Talia.
Wasn't it Talia? Yeah, with the training of that. Batman won't kill though. Damian has no qualms with doing so.
True. I don't know.
I think it would all.
I just have a feeling it's Batman for some reason.
But if they, I still think like it would come to the point where Batman is either going to show some kind of compassion or weakness for not killing. Damian will kill him, 100%.
That's true. Dang, I'll come back to that one. Zatanna.
You want to say it's Damian? I'm telling you, Damian
Zatanna and Metamorpho. I would say Zatanna.
I always, in a way, feel like magic beats most
Mm-hmm.
things, so I would kind of say Zatanna too.
Okay. Dang, that's so hard. Why?
I'm telling.
Wait, so who's at the top here? This second bracket is going to be Lobo
It's Lobo and
and
Swamp
Swamp
Thing.
Thing.
I think Swamp Thing just still wins, mainly just for its
Okay.
his regenerative ability.
Honestly, he's underpowered or overpowered, underrated.
Oh, for sure.
So what do you think? Swamp Thing advances, and then down at the bottom, I guess it's a three-way between Zatanna, Batman, and Damian.
No, you gotta pick one. You've gotta pick one, and I'm telling you, it's
Okay,
Damian.
we'll advance Damian for the sake of argument, even though Batman's always prepared for everything.
But who also is the exact same way? Damian is the
I
exact same
know.
way. You don't think he hasn't figured out a way to kill his father?
I know. That's fair. Um, I'm so flustered. I forgot where I was at.
So
I
we
need a
got Damian
whiteboard.
versus Zatanna.
Um, I'll just be looking like I'll just be looking like Charlie Day with the board up with all the wires and the pins and the photos. Yeah. Um Dang. Okay, so you think Damian
All right.
beats Zatanna?
I don't know, and the only reason I don't is because I don't know. Because we haven't seen the only time we've seen Damien go against any magic is against Raven, and
Mm,
probably, and I guess technically Trigon,
right.
but we haven't really seen. But I wouldn't even say go against because they were always on the same team and then eventually like each other, so there was no actual opposition there.
Hmm.
And even on top of that, I think when you think back on it, like even because I mostly go off of the movies for this kind of train of thought, Damien told the rest of the team about getting rid of Raven, which was, I guess, and I don't know if he was referring to killing her or not,
Right.
but the only reason I would imagine him doing that is knowing he couldn't take
Oh, wow. That's a good thought also.
her.
Dang.
So, but also, in my opinion, Raven is stronger than Zatanna, though.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. I could see Damien having the attitude too to be like, "You're just a stage musician or a stage magician."
oh, well, exactly, and that's what I thought. I was like, he was just clowning her for
He's
half
like,
of it.
you just play cards." He's like, "You just do card tricks. That's all you do." And then he would pull out his
Right.
katana and stab her. That's what I would think would happen.
Like, I don't think we've seen enough, at least from what I've seen. Zatanna, I haven't seen enough power from her to think that Damien couldn't figure out how her magic works and find a way around it.
So the interesting thing is that brings us to Swamp Thing and Damien.
Damien, that would actually be a good fight in my opinion.
That would be a good fight. Hmm. It makes me go back to the prepared thing, but I don't think Damien's too arrogant to prepare for something like that.
Oh, 100% too prepared. He's one of those guys that will have contingencies and be like he thinks he thought of everything, but then wouldn't have.
Hmm.
Like he would 100% think if he cut off Swamp Thing's head that means Swamp Thing is dead, and it doesn't.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Dang, that's hard. S- I would say Swamp Thing for the sake of that argument.
I would say that. I would say
I
Swamp
would
Thing as
you'll
well.
probably get a
The
lot of
whole
hate
like
for it
just
on the
and,
internet, but that's what I would.
oh for sure.
Yeah,
Can't wait to get the death
I would
threat.
have to say Swamp Thing. Would that way? So that would be Superman and Swamp Thing.
We still didn't settle that either.
Yeah, I'm not completely settled on. You know what? We're just gonna read AI's edition of this.
For which one? Supergirl versus Superman?
Uh, the whole thing.
I'm about to say because I don't think Supergirl versus Superman. I don't think we actually settled on which one we said was
Yeah, no, we're doing the whole thing here. So, um, let me get not that change.
oh, so you're about to just take the whole picture and put it in?
Oh no, I'm sharing my AI's response here. So
Oh,
we're gonna. I did put the.
yeah. We could at least finish it and see if we were
Oh,
right.
we technically did. Um, I did throw the image in there, and of course, AI is not perfect, so it gives me this weird like who will win? Supergerm and Buttman and Buttman.
Supergirl.
Supergerm and Buttman.
How did we get Supergirl all the way over there?
It got
Okay, wait a minute.
Firestorm, but
Then it put the Atom
it
over
didn't get
here.
Buttman.
But man,
Yeah, no, it's kind of crazy actually.
swap thing.
Sweep. Yeah. So there's AIs.
That didn't
Wonder
work.
thing.
Okay. Wonder Thing.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Wait. I want to see this one. Okay. So it brought Firestorm or no Power Girl.
Fighters
Wait,
Man.
F-
Wait.
Fire Girl, Furrow
Fighters
Girl.
Man and Superman. I Fire Gore. His name.
And then the winner is Super's Man.
Yeah.
So no. Go back to what it like broke down
Yeah.
specifically, just between the
So,
people that. Okay.
so round one,
Wow, I put Captain Atom as the winner.
Superman. Yeah, Captain Atom, Guy Gardner, Firestorm, Jake Eric, Aquaman,
Eric.
Hawkman, Lex Luthor, Supergirl.
Okay. I still disagree with Firestorm, but
Okay,
okay.
fair.
I don't know enough about Captain Atom, so
Yeah,
like if he can split atoms, then he can make an atomic bomb, and that'll be
technically he
powerful.
can. So yeah, I guess that would be fair. Right
Okay.
side, Wonder Woman beats Starro, which
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Lobo,
Lobo beats
yep.
Plastic
Swamp
Man.
Thing,
I think we were right.
Cyborg.
Red Hood beats Damien.
I'm gonna ask it questions for sure because I'm gonna want to know the thought process behind that.
I've got to know. All right.
Zatanna,
And then
yep.
Zatanna,
Metamorpho.
and then Metamorpho. Okay.
Round two, Superman, obviously. Firestorm, Aquaman, Supergirl. That makes sense. I don't know about the Aquaman.
I can agree.
That's the only thing.
Yeah, I don't either.
Um,
Okay. Wonder Woman versus Lobo. Wonder Woman. Okay.
yeah,
I still agree with Swamp
Batman,
Thing.
of course.
We've already seen Batman beat Red Hood, so that makes sense. And Zatanna. Okay.
Quarterfinals, Superman,
Oh, that's a
yeah,
duh.
and Supergirl, obviously. Wonder Woman beats Swamp
Right.
Thing.
Wonder Woman and
I could see
Swamp Thing.
that.
I got to figure out. I need questions on that, just because I don't know enough. Maybe there's like parts of Swamp Thing that I don't
No,
understand.
that's fair. Semifinals.
Batman versus Zatanna. Ha!
Dang.
Why did I know that? I knew it. So that means Damien has every chance of beating Zatanna. In my opinion.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where it's getting this from. Superman versus Supergirl, a tough match, but Superman's experience and raw power gives him the edge. Yeah. So he's been soaking up the yellow sun longer than she has too. Wonder Woman versus Zatanna. Wonder Woman, Zatanna's magic is powerful, but Wonder Woman's strength, speed, and magical resistance. Yeah, true.
Well, that's
about that.
I still wouldn't have said Zatanna would have made it past, but
Superman and Wonder Woman.
We also didn't have Wonder Woman make it either.
This is the ultimate showdown. While incredibly close and depending on the specific circumstances, by Superman's slightly higher power ceiling and range of abilities. Yeah.
I could agree with that because I mean he does have more abilities on top.
It was definitely going to come down to Superman for sure. Which one of these did I not have? Let's see. Swamp Thing.
We didn't say Batman won. Oh no, sorry, we didn't say Red Hood. We said Damien versus
right.
Batman. I wonder if I can do a split screen here and see if I can pull up some of that because I want to see.
That's crazy. I'm gonna ask it. Why would Batman not win against Zatanna? Dang, it's like a whole magic, my dude, is one of the few things. So Like he's peak human. Satan, however, is a homo magi, a human with an innate connection to magic. That's crazy. Her powers are, for all intents and purposes, limitless. She can alter reality with a few backward spoken words like a cat, a eknok, and he's a mouse. Edel Famak et Tekarb, and he's stuck filling out brackets for eternity. Oh my gosh.
Wow. And it fully explained why Damian Wayne why Red Hood would beat Damian. It says Damian would win Red Hood would win 6 or 7 times out of 10 in a neutral serious fight. And I can see this. It definitely says Jason is way more lethal than Damian is.
Interesting. Yeah, I got the same thing.
Okay.
Jason's training is arguably more varied and extensive. He was trained by Batman, then resurrected and trained by the League of Assassins and other masters. His fighting style isn't just about skill, it's about pure, unfiltered brutality. That makes sense. Definitely has a psychological edge.
Yes. Okay, I can give him that. I can give him that.
That makes sense. Jason Todd breaks Damian Wayne. No. Is this real? Oh no, it's like a whole Damian, don't do this. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, that brutality, honestly.
Yeah, he
is underestimated for sure.
Yeah.
Dang.
Okay. I can say I was wrong.
Yeah, so it would definitely have to give that to Jason. So, but it really would come down to Superman and Wonder Woman. That's so interesting.
I mean, it kind of makes sense because they are one of the 2 of the 3, like the top 3. And the only reason Batman probably gets knocked out, so I wouldn't say earlier on, but it's because he goes against Zatanna.
Okay.
So I'll give it to him. I don't like it, but I'll give it to him.
That's fair. Okay, so Superman takes the cake, I guess. I'm okay with that answer, like realistically. Like, if it was like, oh yeah,
I mean, they made him to be the strongest hero, so
yeah,
it makes
no,
sense.
and if they were like, oh, Cheeto wins, I'm like, it would have been really stupid.
What? Right.
But yeah, no, that I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to build more of these. I'll have to build some of these, like make custom matches. So it would be fun.
Yeah, I would. That would be interesting. I want to see more. Like now, we gotta do it for Marvel.
Oh yeah, I guess we would have to do that. That'd be pretty fun.
I think it'll be more fun for Marvel because other than Captain Marvel, there's no one that's like overly powered like that. At least not that I can think of.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. For sure, that makes sense. Oh, cool. This was fun. I appreciate you for joining me.
Of course.
If you ever want to hop back on, feel free to. Until then, this has been Super Geek the podcast.